It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward up in our, dare we say, comfy, warm booth. But things far less welcoming down on the field, partner. The snow's been falling leading up to this one, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Can I be honest with you in the audience here, Kate?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I was hoping for this. I love snow globe games, and as an offensive player, it's true. You know where you're going. You have the advantage. Tom Brady always used to say he loved playing in inclement weather, loved playing in the snow because it slowed everyone down to his speed, and he could take advantage of it. Keep an eye on these offenses today. They'll have their footing. They know where they're going, and this defense will have to be playing catch-up.
Some lake effect snow settling in as we tee things up here in Cleveland. And off we go from Cleveland. Julius Chestnut to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a quarterback who entered our league back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. And he gets him around 6 there. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
This one finds Boyd. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. They'll throw on 1st. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now looking to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Watson's gonna come out throwing. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, here's Watson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's keeping it again. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Watson. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Chubb. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. Has it in close. Touchdown, Tennessee. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Titans tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. A run for no gain doesn't help matters. It's 3rd and long coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. The Browns and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, They got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. 3rd and short, it's Watson. It's complete to Ford. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Carlson's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Chestnut on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Boyd hauls it in. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. They go play action here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He's going to throw this one. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. setting up a throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Browns with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
To throw, here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. I'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That pass complete to Boyd. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Play action on 1st down. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Pass play coming here. complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Spears trying this straight ahead. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Pollard. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here is Pollard. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Folk on now to try the point after. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Titans take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. First throw for the backup now. That's completed right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Here's Winston to the air. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. The throw is caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. Here he goes on the bootleg. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost some points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Judy will go in motion right. They'll run here following the penalty. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Winston now. Setting up the running back screen. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Browns push their lead to 3. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Chestnut on the return. And look at this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. That throw finds Okonkwo. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams and Jameis Winston ready to go once again on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Amani Hooker has it. And he makes the Hets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
Round 17.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. And they can try to move this into field goal range, Brock. 55 seconds left in the half. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. That one complete to Njoku. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing is Winston. Finding Judy. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. And the Titans opting for a 5th DB, a nickel set 3rd down. To throw, here's Winston. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Titans taking over, not much time remaining in the half. And they've got a little over 30 seconds to work with. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Airing it out to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He's dropping back to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. From the 41. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He brings it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Nick Folk to try the Titans' field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Gano is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. Well, that's the halfway point, and the visiting Titans taking a nice little lead to intermission. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. To return to roam forward. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half too as they chase this lead. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 2 here. And that gives the Browns a first.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Ford straight ahead. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. They give inside to Chubb. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That'll be complete to Ford. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd and just 2 to go. Chubb going for the marker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. And the deficit stays at 7.
Pretty easy in hindsight to say you should have gone for it right there. I'm probably echoing a lot of voices. Should have gone for it. But not many of us expected him to miss that field goal. You get 3 points, there's a lot less people second-guessing the decision. But remember this one, because if they're in this spot again, I bet you they do go for it.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Cave, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return and gets it back to the 20. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right with Chubb.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, it's Chubb. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Amani Hooker with the tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Watson escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Watson. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Chubb here on 1st down. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the gun, it's Ford. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Brought in by Ford. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Browns tie this game up. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Chestnut on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans and Tyler Boyd set to go to work again. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans need only one to take the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Folk on now to try the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Ford on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The home teams and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's Watson to the air. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll send him over right. They'll run here on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now a give right side to Chum. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
At the 24-yard line.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down but not out on the scoreboard. Second and 3 now. From the 17. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans. 3rd down. Watson looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Watson now off play action. And the defender comes away with it. Quandre Diggs with the INT. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The Titans and Mason Rudolph about ready to get back to work on offense. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's going to fight his way forward to the 23. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Dropping back to throw. The Browns close in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Chubb on the give, headed left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Chubb. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now trail by just a point in the 4th. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. Here's Chestnut on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They give to Pollard from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on 1st. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So 2nd down coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Caught by Pollard. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Spears running behind center. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Play action on first down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They give on second to Pollard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. First down, Titans.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Titans going for the win here. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Right back to Pollard. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. This 32 yards out on the right hash. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Setting up to pass. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. connect on first. It's second down. Here he is to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
There are so many fundamental details to play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
So now here comes the Titans on offense. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow, and of course to these guys for playing through that cold and leaving here with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are your winners. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.